Here we go, guys, the battle of the mid-size pickup trucks. My name is Christopher. This is Cars Unlocked. We're continuing our series of which one should you buy. We're here with the 2022 Toyota Tacoma and the 2022 Nissan Frontier. We're gonna go through the ins and outs. Let's get to it. Before we jump into the power plans, guys, I just wanna say thank you to my friends at Burlington Toyota for providing us with the Tacoma here. And then of course, St. Catharines Nissan for providing us with the Frontier. We're gonna link their websites down in the description below. Make sure you guys check them out if you're in the area and you want more information on these vehicles. And as always, make sure you guys subscribe because we're doing comparisons like this on a daily basis and we are posting new content every single week for you guys. So make sure you guys subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to comment if you have any questions. Let's check it out. So let's compare the power plans of both vehicles. Now, Nissan has made some changes under the hood of the Frontier. It's gonna come with a 3.8 liter V6 engine, giving you about 310 horsepower, and it's attached to a 9-speed automatic transmission. You're gonna get about 13.9 liters for every 100 kilometers combined in fuel economy and 20 mpg combined for all my American friends. Now, let's look at this Tacoma here. Tacoma's gonna come with a little different engine, 3.5 V6 direct injection. Gonna give you about 278 horsepower, and it's a 6-speed automatic transmission. You'll average about 11.8 liters per every 100 kilometers combined, or 22 mpg combined. So let's compare the trim levels and packages here. The Frontier in front of us is the Frontier SV package. I've done a full unlock of this vehicle on my channel, and then we're comparing it to our Tacoma TDR off-road package. So this was really the only two trucks we could get our hands on due to the shortage of inventory at this time, but this one has an MSRP of $44,410, while our Frontier, we're looking at an MSRP of $43,998. So they're pretty much in the same price range. If you want some of the off-road features that we're gonna mention on the Tacoma, you can go up to the Frontier Pro 4X and pay a little extra, but we're gonna compare and contrast starting with the exteriors. Let's look right away at the front end here, guys. Nissan's recently redesigned the 22 Frontier, and they've added quite a new full front end here. You can see we have the nice headlights, this Frontier badging, very modern styling and new kind of futuristic look to the front end. We have our front tow hooks as well down below. And then when we move on and compare with the front end of our Tacoma, it's kind of more tried and true front end here. The Tacoma's been around for a long time. This is the new 2022, but nothing changed really from last year's model. You can see it does have a little bit higher ground clearance and approach angle than our Frontier, and we do have the same tow hooks down below. In terms of exterior styling, you can see on our Tacoma, this one comes equipped already with our tow hitch. We have our connections there, and then a nice little step up right by the plate if we need to unload to the trunk. Backup camera as well. And then let's drop the tailgate and look at this box. This one's gonna come with 6,400 pounds of towing, and then you'll have an 1,100 pound payload. This specific one is the shorter box. It's a 5-foot box. You can see it's already lined as well. And then we do have this track access here where you can adjust your tie downs in the Tacoma here. And take a look at this. We do have a little power outlet as well to charge your tools. So great on the job site. It's kind of got everything you need. And let's look at the exterior of the Tacoma compared. This one, like I said, is the off-road, TRD off-road package. So you get these off-road tires, they're 17-inch rims, and then you have the upgraded suspension as well for those off-roads, and then you have this kind of two-tone rim. So if you want something like that, you can get that with the Frontier, but on this specific model, when we come around and take a look, it's a little different. You can see on our styling here, just a straight silver rim, 17-inch wheels. These are not the off-road packages, but you can get, like I said, in the Pro 4X, the off-road with the upgraded shocks and suspension. And let's look at and compare the backs. The backs are very, very similar. Tow hitch already equipped. Your Frontier can tow about 6,200 pounds, so a little less pounds of towing. It all depends on what you're towing. But same thing, kind of tailgate. This one has the spray-on bed liner, so I like the bed liner a little better in this Frontier. And you can also get the same tracking system for your tie downs. This one also has that same plug outlet, and this one just has the lighting as well. So you have the cargo bed lighting. So in terms of the back, each of them has positives and negatives. I do like the back of this with that spray-on bed liner better than the Tacoma. Let's compare the insides. On the insides, let's start it up here in the Nissan. Now, they've done a really good job when they've redesigned this. I mentioned this in the other videos. You can see we have some nice little soft surfaces all throughout. This one's a 6-way power adjustable driver's seat. We have the heated seats and the heated steering wheel as well. 8-inch touchscreen. If you want to go up to the Pro 4X model, you can get kind of a two-tone color scheme as well, but this one just comes all gray with this nice white stitching interior, but the layout is great. Let's compare to the Tacoma. The business end of the Tacoma is a little different here. This one also a 6-way power seat, heated steering wheel, and then you have this kind of two-tone in this package here. Surfaces are a little harder than in the Nissan, but you get a few extra cup holders here. You get 2 cup holders here and one kind of smaller little mug holder right in the center stack here. I like how it's not a straight back shifter. This one you kind of have to go over to the right and then back, so you really know when you're shifting. And then we have our 4x4 dial here. Same thing, 8-inch display here. This one you'll get the embedded navigation with this TRD package, so that's a bonus as well. So jumping into the back, maybe you have a small family, but we're in the back of the Tacoma here, and I do have quite a bit of space. Like, I'm 5'9", lots of headroom, lots of knee room. The seat's pretty far back. And then let's look at this, because this is probably something that you guys are all wondering. There is quite a bit of storage under the seats here. These ones fold up like this, and then you have a little bit of hidden storage under the seat there. Nice if you want to hide any expensive tools, first aid kits, things like that. And then surprisingly, there is a little cubby here as well behind each seat. In the back of the Frontier, you can probably see it's a little tighter back here. My knees are a little closer, my back's just a little bit more upright. Headroom is fine, but I just feel a little smaller back here. One advantage that the back of the Frontier has is you do have a USB and a power outlet if I need to charge any of my devices. But let's compare those storage compartments here underneath there. So let me just open this one up. You can see you don't have as much storage in the Frontier. It's a little deeper bin, but it separates them. So a little bit better storage in the Tacoma as well. And then you have kind of a bit, you don't have any storage behind the rear seat like you do in the Tacoma. Now in the Frontier, there's no power rear window here, and I think that's big on trucks. I do like a power rear window. This one is just manual, and then the Tacoma comes with the power adjustable sliding rear window, so I do like that better in the Toyota. So let's compare the cameras of both cars here. We're gonna pop them up side by side. Both cameras, each manufacturer could have done a better job here, but in this Tacoma, the guidance lines don't change. It's not really a great camera, and you don't get too much better in the Nissan. So comment below which one you guys feel has the better camera after putting them both side by side here. So you're probably wondering how both trucks drive. Now we're in the back of the Toyota Tacoma here, and this one is a really nice drive. In terms of safety features, you're gonna get kind of the Toyota Star Safety Sense. You're gonna get the Star Safety System, like the pre-collision assistance. You'll get the lane departure warning. You'll have the blind spot monitor as well, and the pre-collision assist detection. So quite a bit of safety features. You have the 8-inch display with your Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto, so it has everything you need. This, comparing the drives of both, this one feels a little bit bigger. I feel like I'm a little more higher up. It feels a bit more like rugged than the Frontier. I think I need to chalk that one up due to this one being the off-road package, but it certainly feels a bit more beefier and stockier, especially when looking over the front end. In terms of transmissions, now this one has the 6-speed automatic. There is a little delay a little bit when you punch it, but this will take off and go. I know the Frontier has a little bit more horsepower and has the 9-speed, and it doesn't have that like initial lag right when you take off and you step on it there. So There's positives and negatives of each. Like I've always been a big fan of these Tacomas. I've always been a big fan of the Frontiers. So you guys are gonna just have to let me know in the comments which one you guys prefer. So I'm really torn here, guys. I like the drive better of the Frontier. I like kind of the size and the spacing of the Tacoma better. I'm very, very torn. The Frontier has a lot better looks, but when you drive this thing, this one just drives, it feels a little of a smoother ride than the Toyota. You get a bit more safety features with this Frontier as well. You have things like the rear parking sensors, you have the intelligent cruise control as well, and then you have this one, the forward emergency braking. And then you just have a little bit more oomph. It has like 310 horsepower, like I mentioned, so a little bit more horsepower than your Tacoma. But when you step on it, you don't get that kind of lag that you get right out of the gate in the Tacoma. And it could be due to the transmission, the 6-speed versus the 9-speed. So that's a little better in this car. I definitely feel comfier in this car. Like there's a lot more softer surfaces and the seat is a little comfier. But I do like kind of the Tacoma in the sense of how everything is laid out and the fit and finish on it. The sizing and the spacing of the Tacoma is a lot nicer. As we were going through all the features there, you can tell that I did kind of like some of the things of the Tacoma better, and then there's some of the things like that the Frontier does better. So you guys got to comment below which one you guys like better. Have you guys driven both? What do you think? You'll get a little better fuel economy with your Toyota than this. This one you'll get a little worse fuel economy, being the bigger engine and the more horsepower. So fuel economy now, gas prices are rising here in Ontario, $1.49 a liter. So pretty expensive. So fuel economy is definitely something to consider. Let me know what you guys think. So you guys can say what you want. I know you guys are going to comment about the reliability of the Toyota versus the Nissan. However, the Frontier is a different scenario. Like I've seen some Frontiers with crazy amount of kilometers, 400,000 kilometers. I know we've seen Tacomas, we've seen 4Runners with a lot of kilometers. So I think the reliability, the Toyota has just a one step above the reliability, but the Nissan Frontier is definitely a reliable truck. I always mention my old man's truck in these videos because he has a Frontier and it has above 200, I think it has 287,000 kilometers on it, so very high amount of kilometers, and he's been driving it, still going strong. So yes, reliability is a big factor. The Toyota will just inch it out over in the reliability factor, but the Nissan Frontier is still a reliable, durable, long-lasting pickup truck. So there you have it, guys. That's your comparison. We're a little torn here of which one would you buy. My boy Sam behind the camera, you like the Tacoma, right? I like the Frontier a little better. You get a bit more modernistic styling here with the Frontier, a bit better reliability with the Tacoma. So you guys comment down below which one would you buy. Let me know your thoughts. We love hearing from you. As always, subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram. And we now have TikTok now, so make sure you guys check out our Cars Unlocked TikToks. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.